Marvel Studios is set to release Wonder Man. While the character is fairly unknown to the general public, Wonder Man was at the center of a lawsuit between Marvel Comics and longtime rival DC. Welcome to the Review Desk. I'm Desmond Kerk, and today we'll look at how Wonder Man caused Marvel some legal troubles. Marvel and DC have their similar characters, some of them straight up ripoffs. Usually, the publishers don't make much of a fuss about these characters, but that was not the case in 1964 when Marvel released the Avengers issue 9, an issue that debuted the character of Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. DC was not a fan of this debut and threatened legal action against Marvel. The reason? Association with the word wonder. Now, when it comes to that word, there's one very popular character who instantly comes to mind. I think you see where this is going. DC got word of the upcoming story and wanted an end to Simon Williams because of their own amazing Amazon, Wonder Woman. The publisher complained that Williams would cause issues with Wonder Woman's brand. While DC hadn't taken any actual legal steps, Marvel knew that the threat was credible. That's because it wasn't the first time DC had sued over the name Wonder Man. The year is 1939. DC Comics is riding high on the popularity of an iconic character, Superman. The success of Superman was so great since its release a year earlier that DC challenged artists and writers to come up with more superheroes. In May of 1939, Detective Comics issue 27 graced newsstands across the United States and introduced the world to another comic book legend in the making, Batman. In that same month, however, a small rival publisher called Fox Comics released Wonder Comics, featuring what should have become their flagship character, Wonder Man. And while this meant he predated DC's Wonder Woman by a good 2 years, the poor guy's troubles started from day one. DC wasn't the only publisher looking to create new superheroes. Publishers popped out of nowhere trying to get in on the market, and most of them made the same mistake. Because Superman was so popular, other publishers would deliberately try to make their characters as similar to the Man of Steel as they could. This was also the case for Wonder Man. Victor S. Fox, one of the heads of Fox Comics, hired a young comic book artist named Will Eisner to create a superhero that mimics Superman in order to cash in on the growing comic book market. Eisner stated that years later, he would deride copying the Man of Steel, and that when DC sued Fox, Eisner testified that Wonder Man was indeed a knockoff. It should be noted that the official transcripts from the court actually have Eisner defending Wonder Man as an original character. Whichever story is true, Fox ultimately lost the case and Wonder Man was mothballed, never to be seen again. In 1962, DC released Superman issue 163, featuring another character named Wonder Man. Note the hyphen. This was a one-time character who perished in the same issue, which means he might have gone unnoticed on Marvel's radar. And so, when it came to Marvel, the company complied and their Wonder Man was killed off in the same issue he debuted in. This means that there's a trend of all three characters named Wonder Man being terminated in their first appearance. This would have been the end of the story, that is, if DC hadn't stirred the pot. In 1976, DC released All-Star Comics issue 58, which featured the first appearance of an alternate version of Supergirl, Power Girl. It was now Stan Lee who was incredibly annoyed, as he felt Power Girl's name was too similar to that of a Marvel character who debuted 4 years earlier in 1972, Luke Cage, aka Power Man.
Me? It's my show.
You know, years ago we brought out Wonder Man and they sued us because they had Wonder Woman, and me, being a gentleman, I said, okay, I'll discontinue Wonder Man. And all of a sudden, they've got Power Girl. Oh boy, how unfair. His annoyance was of such a level that in the same year of Power Girl's debut, Lee had Wonder Man resurrected in the Avengers issue 151. There was no threat of a lawsuit from DC this time around, and Wonder Man would go on to join the Avengers as a steady member. Marvel editor Jim Shooter has even gone on record saying that the very reason for bringing back Wonder Man was because of DC's use of the name Power Girl. While Wonder Man became a regular in Avengers books, Marvel kept poking fun at the matter. In 1982, What If issue 34 was released. It was a book chock full of wacky alternate versions of some of our most beloved characters, and one page features gender-swapped versions of Wonder Man and Power Man. Guess what their names are? You're gonna have to stick to the guess, because despite drawings of the gender-swapped characters, Marvel obviously didn't want to risk printing the names for fear of retaliation from DC. The page even has a note that reads, "Dear Marvel, our lawyers advise you not to print this gag. With love, your distinguished competition." What are the initials of distinguished competition? DC. When Wonder Man makes his debut in the MCU, I doubt it'll cause any shakeup. DC has pretty much dropped the matter, as long as they don't name drop any gender swap versions, of course. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.